I was halfway through a Reddit post titled "My Wife Says She Needs Space." What does that even mean? When my phone buzzed with a text from my own wife. Just a heads up, we're on a break. For a second, I thought it was some kind of joke. Maybe an inside reference I'd forgotten about. But as my eyes traced the words again, the air seemed to thin around me. My fingers went numb. A break? From what? From me? From us? The cursor blinked on my computer screen, mocking me. The irony was cruel. Reading about someone else's crumbling marriage while mine detonated in real time. Emily and I had been married for 6 years. We met in college at a mutual friend's barbecue. She was the girl everyone noticed without trying. The kind of smile that made you forget your own name. I fell for her fast, recklessly. The way you fall off a cliff without realizing you've stepped off the edge. Our marriage had been good, or so I thought. Sure, the spark wasn't as wild as it used to be, but life had gotten busy. I worked long hours as a systems analyst. She ran her own photography business. We had dinners together most nights, shared Netflix shows, laughed about stupid memes. It wasn't perfect, but it was ours. At least I thought it was. Me, what does on a break mean, Emily? Emily, I just need space. Please don't make this harder. That was it. No explanation. No phone call. No tears. Just that. I stared at the message thread. The little gray bubbles of our history above the cold finality of her last text. I could still scroll up and see our "I love you's" from the week before. Her photo of the sunset she'd taken on her evening walk. The cat meme she'd sent that morning. And then this. I tried calling. Straight to voicemail. By midnight I'd sent 6 messages. None answered. The next day she was gone. Her closet half empty. A few drawers cleared out. The silver necklace I gave her on our anniversary missing from its spot on the nightstand. She'd even taken her toothbrush. I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the hollow space where her shoes used to be lined up. The silence in the house was deafening. There was a note on the kitchen counter, if you could call it that. Please don't hate me. I just need to figure things out. I'll reach out when I'm ready. It wasn't her handwriting. Not really. Her usually neat cursive looked rushed, panicked. That night, I poured myself a drink and went back to Reddit. It sounds stupid, I know, but somehow reading other people's heartbreaks made mine feel less isolating. Post after post from strangers who'd been blindsided by the people they loved most. It was comforting in a twisted way. But one comment hit me like a punch. When someone says they need a break, what they really mean is, I've already chosen someone else, but I'm too cowardly to admit it yet. My gut twisted. I didn't want to believe it, but somewhere deep down I did. 2 weeks passed with no word. Until one night my friend Jason texted me, "Bro, I just saw Emily at the harbor." She wasn't alone. My stomach dropped. The harbor was a cozy restaurant by the water. A place we used to go on anniversaries. I still remembered the way she'd hold my hand under the table there. How she'd look at me like I was the only man in the world. I didn't ask Jason for details. I didn't want to hear them. But later, when I finally gave in, I scrolled through Facebook and saw the photo. Emily, laughing, a wine glass in her hand, sitting across from a man I didn't recognize, tall, with an easy grin and a hand resting too comfortably on her wrist. The caption wasn't even subtle. "Dinner with my favorite person, Dizzy." She'd liked it. My heart felt like someone had reached into my chest and crushed it with bare hands. I didn't sleep that night. I kept replaying everything, the fights, the silences, the times I'd noticed her phone face down on the table, the late-night editing sessions that stretched till 2 a.m. How long had this been going on? Was every "I love you" rehearsed? Every kiss goodbye a lie? When dawn came, I opened my laptop and found the Reddit post again. The one I'd been reading the night she sent that text. The man in that story had done what I was too afraid to do. He confronted the truth. So I decided to do the same. I drove to her studio the next morning. My heart pounded so hard it hurt. She was there, sorting through prints, her hair tied up in a messy bun like always. When she looked up and saw me, the color drained from her face. "Mark," she whispered. "You shouldn't be here." "Apparently not," I said, my voice shaking. "Because we're on a break, right?" She looked down, fiddling with a photo frame. "I didn't want it to be like this." "Like what?" I snapped. "You disappearing without a word? Or you having dinner with someone while your husband is still trying to understand what the hell went wrong?" Her eyes filled with tears, but she didn't deny it. That silence was my confirmation. "It's not what you think," she said finally, her voice barely above a whisper. "Then tell me what it is." She hesitated, then sighed. "His name's Eric. He's a client. Just happened. I didn't plan for it. I swear, Mark, I was going to tell you." I laughed, bitter and broken. "You told me. Just not with words." I left before she could say another word. For days I drifted through life like a ghost. I went to work, pretended to focus, came home to a house that felt too big and too quiet. People talk about heartbreak like it's poetic, something tragic but beautiful. It's not. It's nausea and insomnia and the ache of checking your phone out of habit, only to remember there's no one left to text. Then one night I got another message. "I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I want to fix things." I stared at the screen for a long time. Once I would have said yes without hesitation. I would have run back to her, desperate to rebuild what we had. But now I just felt empty. "Me, you didn't want a break, Emily. You wanted an exit. You just didn't have the courage to call it that." She didn't reply. Months passed. The divorce papers came through quietly, like everything else about our ending. I still think about her sometimes, when I see someone taking sunset photos, or when I drive past the harbor. I wonder if she ever thinks about me, or if I'm just another chapter she's moved past. But here's the strange thing. I'm grateful for that text now, because the night she told me we were on a break was the night I realized I'd been living in a version of love that only existed in my head. And sometimes losing someone doesn't just break you. It wakes you up. It's been a year. I still read Reddit stories at night, but now I scroll through the comments and leave a few of my own. When someone posts, "My partner says they need space, what should I do?" I type the same thing every time. Give them the space they asked for. But don't wait in it. Walk through it. Sometimes that space is where you find yourself again. And for the first time in a long time, I actually believe it.